Hey guys, so we're gonna go through our last slides for India today. Once again, uh, really miss you guys a lot. Um, Obviously disappointed that I won't be able to see you the rest of the school year, um, but hopefully here, uh, obviously next year I'll be able to see you guys around. But we'll be doing everything this way for the remainder of the school year. So. Hope you guys and your families are all staying safe. So we'll go through India here. First, just talk about the partition of India. It occurred in 1947, led to genocide. Hundreds of thousands of people were massacred. Millions had to move. The partition was just simply taking India and dividing it into two different parts, India and Pakistan. Uh, so that's the partition of India. You guys will be looking at that the next 2 days. Gandhi is murdered in 1948. He opposed the division of India, believed that all religious groups should be welcomed in India with open arms. He was shot dead while on his way to a prayer meeting, um, and just obviously one of those people that is greatly remembered as being a hero that died too soon. Kashmir is a part of the world that you guys you're going to learn about on Wednesday with more detail. It's an area of conflict between India and Pakistan. It's a majority Muslim nation, but it voted to stay with India. It lies in the Himalayas, and it was once a common honeymoon destination, actually. But it's a source of conflict, and you guys will read about that this week. Uh, Refugee camps refugees are people who flee their homeland to escape violence. Today, thousands of refugees have fled Kashmir and are living in very poor conditions. Hindu and Muslim tensions continue into today. You guys will read about that, a current event article on Wednesday. Nuclear war is something that obviously the whole world is concerned about, not just India and Pakistan, but these are two nuclear countries. Both countries have come close to war many times. So that was just a quick section 2 there. Last section of these India notes, India Today. India Today features a blend of modern and traditional cultures, a rapidly growing population, and a developing economy. Daily life in India includes more than 1 billion people. Cities are among the largest in the world. Bombay is one of those, home to factories, offices, universities, etc. Most city dwellers struggle to earn a living. They live in shacks, very little plumbing, clean water. There are also villages as well. 70% of people in India live in rural areas, so most of them farm and live in simple homes with extended family. Very few have paved roads and electricity in this area. There's just a few photos both of cities and rural areas in India. Religion, like I mentioned, most in India practice Hinduism. Surrounding countries practice Islam, Buddhism, and other traditional religions. India's challenges since their independence in 1947, growing population has become a problem. It can become a problem for many different countries around the world. It places problems on India's environment and resources, so struggles with food, housing, and schools. City's biggest problem is that it has turned to urbanization. Today, India is the world's largest democracy, and it's a very strong nation, but it does have great challenges. Struggles with providing for their population, and obviously their war with Pakistan. India's GDP is the third largest in the world. However, its per capita or per person is much lower. We've talked about GDP and GDP per capita and the differences in describing when a nation is considered wealthy or not. To reduce poverty, the government has added the Green Revolution and adding high-tech businesses to India for jobs. Quick slides here on India's neighbors. Obviously, one of those will be Pakistan, and we'll look at that here on Wednesday as well. So despite cultural differences, the countries that border India do share similar challenges. So Pakistan faces government instability, rebellions, assassinations of leaders. They struggle with population growth, poverty, clashing with India. Since 2001, Pakistan has aided the U.S. in its war on terrorism. They've arrested thousands of terrorists and provided info about suspected terrorists. Our relationship with them right now is a little bit rocky due to some different comments made on both sides, but they have helped us aid in the war on terror. Bangladesh is one of the world's most densely populated countries. Rural areas packed. Flooding is a big problem here. Nepal, their population has doubled in the last 30 years. So that causes overcrowding and poverty, deforestation as well. Bhutan is a very mountainous region. Government limits visitors to protect the environment and way of life. And then Sri Lanka is an island 20 miles off of India. It's been devastated by tsunamis. Your exit slip for today. What have been some of India's challenges since independence? If you need to, remember, you can go back and rewatch this video. You can also I just posted the slide as well, so you can read through those slides. Give me a couple sentences for this one. Do your best work. Once again, I just want to say I miss all of you. Can't wait to see you all again and get back to normal a little bit. So thank you guys for listening.